Here we go. Discover the wonders within the Wizard's Vault in Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure. Chat, it's finally here. Hello, YouTube. We're covering the news of the 15th of August, 2023. Pretty much how the Wizard's Vault will be functioning in the new Secrets of the Obscure expansion, releasing August 22nd of 2023. Less than a week away from this video. So, let's get right to it. The Wizard's Vault is a reward system coming in Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure that can point you toward content to play. Let's dive into what that means, shall we? Astral Allies. The Wizards are largely unknown to the denizens of Tyria. That'll change, at least for you. And the Commander next week, when Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure launches and you get to start on the new adventure we've been preparing for you. As an ancient, arcane, and acquisitive lot, the Wizards have amassed something of a treasure trove for reasons best known to themselves. Our guests, they don't often leave their towers. The Wizards have set up a system through which enterprising adventurers can earn astral acclaim by completing certain tasks and trade that acclaim for rewards from their vault. They even set it up so that the exchange works whether you can physically reach the location in the skies above Tyria or not. Basically, what I've gathered from this here, this assessment is that the Wizards, okay, they're the actual barons manipulating the economy. All right, that's your, those are, cancel them. Wizards are barons. Behold, and there we go. That's the beautiful picture. Oh, look at that. Daily alt farm logins are destroyed, or at least somewhat destroyed. For those who have like those 600 alts, 500 alts, 7,000 alts, yeah, goodbye. No longer are you going to be making that big gold per hour just logging in every single day. No more. Rest in peace. So there's quite actually a lot to dive into this. So let's look into this. So pretty much this is like a battle pass. The free battle pass that has been discussed and rumored and finally released now, or going to be releasing. So this is that battle pass. We have the daily, weekly. We don't get to see what special is. If someone knows any information on what the special tab is, can you please say something in the chat? Maybe we can, dig into that as well. And yes, I do want to mention this. Astral Acclaim is the new currency that you will be earning to get a lot of these rewards in the Wizard's Vault. The new way to basically earn rewards will be through the Astral Acclaim. You do activities in the game, you earn Astral Acclaim, and then you can turn these in for rewards at vendors. There is a cap on this, 1,300. I would assume this is a weekly cap. You can't go over this in a weekly thing, right? So that's also interesting. That also kind of limits everything. You won't be able to just ultimately continue farming this unlimited amount of time every week. So there is a cap. Now, what will these kind of entail? Well, for the daily, for example, you'll have a choice of things that you could do. For example, complete 5 PvP track reward. Complete 5 structured PvP reward track tiers in one day. That does not sound realistic. That does not sound realistic. Well, okay. Well, I'm going to move on to the next one. Just ignore this one. Complete any strike mission. 40 Astral Acclaim. Okay, one thing I have to point out. I hope that this is just like a mock-up and this is not actually true. Because there's no way that's way too many PvP matches. That must be somewhere like you're on the weekly tab. Are you sure? Okay, yeah, it is weekly tab. Okay, weekly tab. Okay. Never mind. Okay, that's more realistic. Because I was gonna say that's like about 20 something matches, if not more. Yeah. It's still a lot though for someone who doesn't PvP. However, I like that there's choices. Okay, if you don't want to do this, you could complete any strike mission and you'll get 40. And of course, you should take a note that you're also getting a chest here. You're also getting a chest, which could include other rewards. Complete the Dark River jumping puzzle. Complete the Obsidian Sanctum jumping puzzle in the Obsidian Sanctum map. Wow, open world PvP in Obby map is finally going to come back. Defeat 10 WW invaders. So they got mixed up of a lot of styles here for you to accomplish. There's quite a lot to do in a week, in a daily. We'll see what the dailies look like. special. I'm not sure what that will be, but yeah, it looks like there's quite a lot. So yeah, this is the new system. You complete these, you earn astral acclaim, and then you can use those to vendors to exchange for rewards. Now let's continue before we get back to this. New ways to earn rewards. By directing players to various parts of the game with regularly refreshed challenges and rewards, the Wizards Vault system functions similarly to a seasonal content pass in other games. But we tried to build the Wizards Vault from the ground up to be as player-friendly as possible. Exclusive cosmetics don't go away at the end of the season. You can choose your reward order and there's no cost in gems or real money. Ultimately, our goal with the Wizards Vault is to help you find things to do in Guild Wars 2 and then reward you for doing those things. Some of the choices that we made about the foundations of the system mean that it's a substantially different experience from many seasonal passes. For example, reward chores. As you complete the Vault objectives, you earn Astral Acclaim. Astral Acclaim can be spent to buy specific items offered in the Wizards Vault shop. Rather than unlocking specific items at specific tiers of progression, you can choose which rewards you want to acquire. So there's no linear system for you to go through, which is actually, I like this option where if you wanted something specific, you could just go ahead and get it if you have the currency. Instead of like going through a tier and then you might have like items that you don't want, but then yours is like the third item you want, or you know, things like that. I like that there is a non-linear, like, you know, more or less like a choice for you to make on which one you want to get. Reward longevity. The rewards in the Wizards Vault rotate every few months, but any cosmetic rewards introduced through the Vault will remain available. So when they're no longer a part of the most recently updated offerings, those rewards will go into a legacy tab of the reward shop, where they'll remain available for the purchase for Astral Acclaim, although at a slightly higher, well, we'll see what kind of a higher price that will be. Our goal in doing this is to alleviate player anxiety about timed rewards. If something comes into the vault when it's not a good time for you to be playing much, it will still be there for you later, which is honestly a very nice addition. Actually, they almost like allowing you to just complete it at your own pace. Rewards for gameplay. We do not have a premium tier of the Wizards Vault that has additional rewards, and players cannot purchase Astral Acclaim with gems or real money. This is actually a very big thing. This is basically they've removed the whole, you know, this was one thing I honestly could have seen if they wanted to do like a pay to win slash, you know, way to milk money out of this, and they decided not to go with that route. And fair play to them, honestly, because this would have made a very good business model for ANET, at least in terms of monetary gain for the game. I think, yeah, them choosing not to go this route actually is very much on point with ANET. They almost always like to give stuff for free. Look at that sky scale. Oh no, so look at that griffin. Oh, no, nobody tell the griffin community I just said that. They're gonna kill me. Yeah, look at that griffin. For the first round of exclusive cosmetic rewards, we have the Enchanted Owl Griffin skin, a new weapon skin collection, and 3 unique armor pieces. Other items in the Wizards Vault shop, in-game currencies, crafting components, and more will be available through gameplay. One item bundle we're debuting is a legendary starter kit meant to provide a new inroad to the legendary crafting system. These starter kits are a way to turn your playtime into progress toward a specific legendary. We're introducing starter kits for 4 legendaries in this first round of offerings and intend to rotate in others for the future. We'll be watching feedback and usage inform future iterations of the starter kits. Honestly, this is a very big thing that I really hope they find a very good balance to this, because this could be very tricky. A legendary starter kit. Let's see. Other items in the Wizards Vault shop, in-game currencies, crafting components and more will be available through gameplay. So through gameplay, you could earn enough Astral Acclaim to get a legendary starter kit. This, yeah, I really hope they figure out a good balance to this, because what you're doing here and what would entail a legendary starter kit, is it T6 materials? Is it how many of T6 materials? T5, T3s, T4s, whatever. Do you get like, you know, 10 mystic coins, 10 ectos? Do you get it's very important to know what that is, because if it's going to be a starter kit that basically funds like 45% or 25% of your legendary, that's going to honestly change a lot. That does mean more accessibility for legendaries for players. However, that also makes it where I could see over time, because it's easier to get legendaries, they could even just go down, and the whole prestige of getting a legendary is no more. So I'm very curious just how many points is it going to take to get a starter kit, and what you will get in the starter kit. Because if it's too easy, it will eventually, like, at some point it will be better to just farm specific parts of the game to just then buy the legendary off the trading post, which is a very, very bad long-term problem. If it's too difficult, then it kind of, also becomes like a misplay, where it's almost like as if you wouldn't even want to go for it. So they have to find that balance. I'm very interested to see what they do here. I wouldn't expect it to give you the precursor, because the precursors differ in price a lot, but base materials that you would require for the legendaries, such as like the T6s or the mystic coins and things like that. And of course, if they are going for different kits, because they're going to go for different legendaries, then of course, you'll have like maybe like your wood gifts or your metal gifts, because they might be specific to like a certain legendary. Like a bolt, for example, requires metal, like iron, platinum, dark steel, things like that. Or if you're going for like a what's it called, like a longbow, that requires like elderwood and things like that. So yeah, they need to balance this a lot, because this could really mess up a lot of things in the sense where then the legendary is just worth just farming and just getting it directly from the trading post, rendering this useless, or it becomes too difficult that this also still doesn't provide much of use, because the time you take to get the points to acquire this are way over the time it would take you to just do something else in the game and then make the legendary at the normal pace that it is right now. I would really like to see what they do with this. I'd like to think a start on magic might, some clovers, recipes, maybes. What about gift of battle? I would not advise they put the gift of battle on this. You basically just removed any chance of someone going into world versus world. I would not put gift of battle in a starter kit. It's 5 hours, give or take, in world versus world. 3 hours if you have a very good commander. I would not want to see something like that in the starter kit. That's a misplay. Account bound gifts for account bound legendary would not be a bad thing. I saw something. I saw something where people said, what if like you get account bound materials or something like that? I mean, that just means they have to change a code, right? Or develop maybe a new item code in the game where like it's the T6 mat. However, this is the account bound version of it. I don't know if I could see that. I could definitely see them like maybe keep it as it is, and then if the player wishes to sell the materials, they could sell it. However, an account bound isn't out of the scope. That would actually be better, because then that kind of balances things out. But then when you get the legendary, then maybe the legendary is sellable, or then tradable, or then non-sellable, like account bound. So, and yeah, they do intend to rotate it in the future. It could hurt the legendary market, or just the legendaries themselves. It just depends how they go about it, right? If a legendary starter kit funds 35% of your legendary, that now means a lot more people who just generally, like right now, even legendaries are very easy to... Okay, I can't say that because apparently it's not, but legendaries are somewhat easy to acquire, okay? And if you do a time conversion of what it takes to get the kit, if the kit can provide you pretty much most of the difficult stuff, then again, it's just naturally that will mean more weapons can be on the market, right? More weapons can become traded. I think what's going to happen is that it will, let's say, bring weapons down up by like a few hundred gold. It won't be something where like they're less than 1,000, but I could definitely see then weapons averaging at around 1,800, and this is what I'm talking about, the gen ones. They're already averaging 2,000 at this point, 1,900. So I could see 1,800, 1,700 is like where they're going to end up at. Gen 2s are account bound by default, so those you can't really price anything. They're already as they are, and they are the more expensive ones. Gen 3s probably will drop down also like a couple, two or... Again, this is assuming that they have a generous input in the kit. If it's just a very basic starter kit, that honestly does not do much. But But this also tells you a gold per hour, right? Because whatever is in the kit, that's your gold per hour, what it took you to get the kit. And you can calculate that and see whatever it was worth your time. If it took you like 5 hours and then everything is in the kit is, you know, like if it's 5 hours and then if you average everything in the kit is like around like what? 320 gold, for example, right? So that'd be like about 64 gold an hour. That's actually a lot of money, right? So it honestly would depend where we get in that. All right, gameplay direction. One of the goals for the Wizards Vault as a system is to give suggestions to players looking for something to do in the game. To that end, we have daily, weekly, and special objectives related to PvE, World vs. World, and PvP. Those 3 categories are presented as checkbox options, so you can choose from 1, 2, or all 3 categories. In addition to the daily and weekly objective refreshes, special objectives are refreshed each season when the Wizards Vault reward cycle. The Wizards Vault replaces the existing daily login rewards and daily achievements, specifically the generic daily category. Oh, they just linked it to Wiki. Other categories like daily fractals, daily end of dragons, etc. will still be around in the achievements panel. You continue to receive progress towards daily completionist by completing Wizards Vault daily objectives and achievement points from the Wizards Vault daily completionist achievements. So pretty much they merged the daily completionist where you get like 10 AP points and you also do get like your 2 gold and 3 spirit shards into the Wizards Vault now, which is not a bad thing. And yeah, I saw someone mention this earlier in the chat. Also, a big thing that I want to point out is while you're not getting your daily login reward anymore, that's what they're doing away with. You are, and this is I'm quoting from Ruby who mentioned this in the forums, you will still get 5 astral acclaim just for logging in every day. So somewhat alt logins destroyed, but not really, you know, but yeah. Hey man, I'm a YouTube frog. I want to thank you for all the guides and tips to make some money and make some legendaries. Hey, no problem. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Nice. Well, thank you. We're in the middle of the YouTube video right now, so there you go. Oh, look at those rewards, guys. Check this out. Yeah, so 5 astral acclaim just for logging in. So it doesn't completely destroy alts, but it also does hinder a bit of the progress for them. Once one of your characters reaches level 80, the Wizards Vault UI will be accessible to all characters on your account, regardless of which expansions you own. If you do not have Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure registered on your account, some rewards will be locked and you will be unable to visit the in-game location of the Wizards Vault. The system will be fundamentally the same for you otherwise. We'll be keeping an eye on feedback for what we can do in the future to continue to improve the system and bring fun new rewards and experiences to you. Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure launches on August 22 and you'll be able to check out the Wizards Vault, conquer the sky with your sky scale and flight training masteries, hunt down the demonic cryptus and more. If you haven't had a chance yet, there's still time to pre-purchase, so you're ready to see it all when the expansion comes out. Or by the way, you could join me this Friday where I'm giving away 2 copies of Secrets of the Obscure this Friday on stream, 1 p.m. Eastern time. All right, gamers, let's go back to the top. So I want to look at this. Let's recap this. You have a reward choice with the Wizards Vault. The TLDR, you can basically choose your rewards. It's non-linear. It's not a tier system. However much currency you have, you could just go and buy the reward based on the amount you require. There's reward longevity, as in rewards that will remove out of their cycle will just be put into like a legacy tab, meaning even if you miss that cycle, you could still go get those rewards from the legacy tab, although at a slightly higher price. Now, there is no premium tier. It's purely a free battle pass. You just play the game, doing the objectives, doing all of this on the daily, weekly, and special. Special is more of a seasonal thing. The daily and weekly will also keep changing every day and every week. And that's it. You make your way towards all of this and get all the good loot and all the stuff that you can purchase from the NPCs, which is that skins, materials, outfits, armors, dyes, whatever, right? All of that stuff. So pretty much, yeah, it's kind of a good amount. It's completely free, no paid skips, premium upgrades, non-linear, just pick up items in any order, and exclusive items are still available indefinitely, and you can choose between PvE, PvP, World vs. World, or all 3. So honestly, it's a very good system. A lot of people, I'm sure, predicted a lot of this a while ago. I mean, we talked about this in this episode here, the Barons Club, the Guild Wars 2 reward model. So this was actually talked about just a bit over a year ago in February of 2022. So it's good to see stuff like this finally coming in. I'm excited for it. This does change some things in terms of the legendary output. Again, I'm very intrigued to see how that happens. And I believe they mentioned, and I've seen people talking about this on, like I'm about to talk about this. What if you can get laurels and then also buy T6 mats with them? If you could buy mystic coins directly with them. Because if you can purchase materials with the Astral Acclaim, now we have a currency. We can actually kind of get a glimpse of what the currency, or get pretty much the idea of what the currency's worth is. So if you could buy a certain amount of T6 sets, certain amount of mystic coins, that also can change a lot of things. I just really hope though that if that's the case, they also again introduce more sinks to accommodate if they're going to go that route, because at some point those materials are going to way overflood the market. We're already in an excess supply of a lot of these right now, and there's literally nothing to sink them into. So I would really hope they could keep the output of getting them removed from the game economy as we go forward. Otherwise, you're going to start seeing a lot of these items that you're getting reduce in value, also further reducing your gold per hour in the long run, which also makes it harder for players to even make money if they need to sell anything on the trading post immediately. So, but overall, this is a great system. Honestly, should have been done a long time ago, but hey, it's getting done right now. So I'm very excited for this. I want to, hopefully get to see, what kind of like interesting materials and things like that. And I think once the game releases, we'll definitely have more of the idea and definitely get some discussions about this. But that's it for this video for now. YouTube, if you enjoyed that, hit the like, subscribe button. Let me know in the comments what you think about the free battle pass and the alt plugin destruction that just happened. And yeah, I'll see you in Secrets of the Obscure or the next video, chat. So until then, YouTube, I will see you when I see you, or you can tune into all my social media. Link for everything in the bottom. And also the Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure article will also be linked in the description. Until next time, take care, YouTube, and I'll see you.